Let's talk about the apocalypse, my friends. We got this story from the New York Post. Billionaire Peter Thiel's $13.5 million dream home in New Zealand is doomed. It's been characterized as a doomsday bunker or, emergency hideout. There's been a bunch of billionaires that have been talking about the end of days and wanting to build something. In this story, actually, I don't know if they have pictures. It's really amazing. I mean, this is super cool. It's hidden.
The almost. Guys who designed the Olympics in Tokyo designed this.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Well, why are they opposing this actually? If you're talking about it's like a zoning dispute, isn't that very in harmony with the existing terrain?
It's bad for the ecology
But a few years ago, I think there's a CNN article out there that says this exact area was becoming like a doomsday prepper paradise.
It is.
Right? Like there's a lot of them out there. Matt Lauer's there.
Yep. Millionaires and billionaires have since the story started coming out in 2017 after Trump gets elected. Right. Millionaires and billionaires, and I'm talking about high level millionaires, not like somebody who's got 10 million, but somebody who's worth 750. They're building emergency bunkers in New Zealand. They've got one of the craziest stories I read is that they carved out mountains with landing strips so you can fly into the mountain to land, like in Kingsman. Mm-hmm. You guys see Kingsman when they land in the mountain?
I haven't seen it.
So it's like the bad guy wants to kill everybody because the planet's overheating. He's basically like a Bill Gates who started a tech company.
Yeah, Scope X.
And then he's got a list, but he's like, the planet is heating up. And so it's going to create a virus, which is climate change, and it's going to kill everybody. And so he wants to kill everybody to stop that from happening. Which is like, okay. So anyway, they land their planes in this mountain. I've read stories about that. Also, you take a look at Montana, Wyoming.
That's cool. Tanning spot in Montana.
It's one state.
Yeah.
Montana.
Someone's about to incorporate right now.
Wyomana.
Yeah,
Wyoming.
No, we don't need to reduce. We need to make more states. There needs to be East and West Wyoming. Right. We need more Republican senators.
Yeah. All of Canada.
Yeah, we should split West Virginia into East West Virginia and West
Southeast Virginia.
Southeast Virginia. So anyway, here's I did this as my 4 p.m. segment, but my question to you guys is, we'll expand this conversation. Are the millionaires and the billionaires, are they building this stuff because they know something we don't? Or is it because they got money to kick around and they said, why not?
I think some might, but there's also lots of people with lots of money buying places on the coast, and they're also telling us the coasts are going to flood soon.
Like
so
Obama
maybe some do, maybe some don't. It's hard to say.
I think it's like a weird type of insurance policy. Right? I don't think Thiel is necessarily like a giant techno pessimist. He's doing he does a lot of other things, right? He's funding senators, and he has a lot of different projects, or Senate races rather. But this strikes me as the kind of thing that's it's the same reason some of these people get dual citizenship in St. Kitts and Nevis or something.
Exactly. Yeah, he's a New Zealand citizen now.
Right. So it's it's just a backup. Things could get bad, right? I don't think he has a huge.
That's the question. That's what I'm saying, right? So you got a rich dude. Peter Thiel's worth $7.7 billion reportedly, and so you got that much money. Okay, it's going to cost you $13 million out of his $7.7 billion. Dude, he farts that much money.
Yeah, that's a hell yes in my book.
Yeah, so he's probably like, I got to buy some. Hey, Bill, set up a company and build me this thing in New Zealand. And
yeah,
you got a boss.
Think about that, right? You're making, if he's got $1 billion, investments are going to make 8% a year generally. So you're thinking he can screw around and play with a 5% of his net worth every year. Okay, well, 7.7 billion, do the math. 5 billion, 5% of 7 billion is what?
But who even cares about growth?
350 million?
At 7.7 billion, you don't have to work for multiple generations. Your kids don't have to work.
Yeah. So this is just play money, right?
That's why he's thinking about having a meditation space in a doomsday bunker. That's a real luxury. That's the last thing I'd be thinking about in my doomsday bunker.
It's a very, very small, very trivial insurance policy for the hedging against the collapse of the United States or United States becoming particularly inhospitable.
Look at the view. Is this an actual picture from his?
I think it's a mock-up.
Okay,
so
but if the view is anything like that, then that's better than just an insurance policy.
It's a vacation home.
Yeah.
Are you safe from their prime minister though, even out there in New Zealand? Because she's the worst.
How does that work? How rich do you have to be off the prime minister's radar?
I don't know with her.
No, it doesn't work that way, man.
You're stuck.
I can't remember who we had on the show talking about how wealth is meaningless in an apocalypse. So you think you own something? Why? So anybody who owns a house knows this. Why do you own the house? because someone wrote on a piece of paper you own the house. Good luck when some like a group of dudes, like 5 guys with shaved heads and ARs walk up and say, "Get out, it's my house." And you go, but I have the paper. And they go, "That's funny, I have the gun."